Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a wrap up, and I haven't done a wrap up in a few months, like a lot of months, so it's going to be a lot of books, and Milkshake just went nuts, but it's going to be June, July, August, and September, so that's 4 months, and I did not add up the amount of books, but I'll put it in right now, how many books there are. Okay guys, so I just counted up how many books I actually read, and I read 52 over the 4 months. So I mean, I guess that's good, right? Yeah, I hope so. And my Goodreads challenge, I'm 1 book away and I just can't seem to finish a book. It's horrible. It's a curse. It's happening. But let's get back to the video. So the first, okay, who knows if this was the first book, but I probably read it in June. It's The Duff by Cody Keplinger, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not going to go into what these are about. I mean, you can look it up and stuff like that. I have my Goodreads, they're all there. The next book I read is Shut Up by Cody Keplinger, and that also got 5 out of 5 stars. So, yay. The next is A Midsummer's Nightmare by Cody Keplinger, and I gave this also 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Onyx by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is the second book in the Lux series. So, yeah. And I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Forever Too Far by Abby Glines, and I really enjoyed this, though it only got 4 out of 5 stars. There was just something missing to it, and yeah. Then I read Collide by Gail McHugh, I think, and I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read the sequel Pulse by Gail McHugh, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, so I obviously enjoyed this one a little bit more than the first one. Then I read Forgiven, which is book 3 of the This series by J.B. McGee, and I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Rockstar's Daughter by, what is it? Who's it by? Caitlin Duffy. There you go. It's kind of blurry, but it looks like that, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Then I read Opal by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which is the 3rd book in the Lux series, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read 1,000 Words by Jennifer Brown, who is the author of Hate List, if you know what that is. I did a review on this book too, so I will probably link that down below too. Then I read So Much Closer by Suzanne Colasanti, and I gave that 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. I seem to like her writing a lot when I do read it, and someone told me my hair was floofy today, so excuse the floof. Then I read Origin, which is the 4th book in the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Playing for Keeps by Emma Hart, which is the 2nd book in the Game series, and the first one is, I can't remember, The Love Game, I think, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, didn't I? Yes, I did. I have Goodreads pulled up on my computer right there, so, you know, just because there's so many freaking books. Then I read A Beautiful Struggle by Liliana Anderson, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Forget You by Jennifer Eccles, and I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Last Boyfriend by J.S. Cooper, and also The Last Husband by J.S. Cooper, and these both got 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Hooked by Katherine Greenman, and I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I kind of had the what the crap am I reading kind of moment when I was reading this, because as you can tell, it's about this pregnant teenager, and I was like, no, I didn't enjoy it. It happens. Then I read Spartan Frost by Jennifer Estep, and if you don't know, The Mythos Academy is one of my favorite series, and this is number 4.5? There you go, 4.5. So you read this after you read the 4th book. And this series is like freaking amazing. The first one is Touch of Frost, and it's about this gypsy called Gwen Frost, and I'm just talking about this for a little bit because it's just such a great series. And she goes to this thing called Mythos Academy, and then there's about a bunch of like Spartans and Greek descendant people, and they're strong and they have powers, and it's a cool story. And I think you guys should read that. And speaking of that, I also read the 5th book called Midnight Frost, and I really enjoyed that one too. 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not a big fan of the ebooks because I read First Frost too and I wasn't a big fan of it, but the main books are like freaking amazing, so thumbs up. Then I read Him by Carrie Haywood, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Frigid by Jalen, which is also Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Faking It, which by Cora Carmack, which is the 2nd book in the Losing It series, and I really enjoyed this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Marriage Trap, which is the 2nd book in the Marriage series by Jennifer Probst, and I also read The Marriage Mistake, which is the 3rd book, and they both got 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read The Game Changer by Jay Sterling, which is the 2nd book in the, I don't know what it is, it's Jack and Cassie's story. I think the 1st book is called, I can't remember, I read too many books, sorry, but I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Flat Out Love by Jessica Park, and also Flat Out Matte by Jessica Park, which is the ebook after. And I really enjoyed Flat Out I love. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Flat Out Matte, I really enjoyed too, but it only got 4 out of 5 stars for me. Then I read Rules of Attraction by Simone Alcaraz and also Chain Reaction by Simone Alcaraz, and these both got 5 out of 5 stars. I love this series, and these brothers are just awesome. Then I read Dare You To by Katie McGarry, which is the second book in Pushing the Limits series, or whatever it's called. This one got 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not gonna lie to you, I pretty much hated Pushing the Limits, and I know I'm so in a minority in that series, but like, this book is so much better. Like, seriously, I don't know what my problem was with the first one. I just didn't like it, and everyone else seemed to love it. But I really enjoyed this one. Yes, I did. Then I read Too Fast by Alexia Haynes, however you say that, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed this, actually. I got it from NetGalley, and I'm just like, booyakasha, and this book was kind of awesome. So I would recommend it. Go to Goodreads if you want to look at it. Whatever. Just go, because I can't explain this all, because this is already going to be so long. I'm sorry, and my editing skills are less than perfect. Then there is The Redemption of Callie and Caden by Jessica Sorensen, and I've been waiting for this book, because since the author ended The Coincidence of Callie and Caden so meanly, this book picks up, and it's awesome, and it's 5 out of 5 stars, and the feels, and you wonder why my neighbors think I'm crazy. Then I read Deeper by Blue Ashcroft. I don't know. I'm just saying that's an awesome name. I love the name Blue. I'm not going to name my kid that, but it's an awesome name. And it's called Deeper. I don't know if I said that. And it was 4 out of 5 stars. So, yeah. And I also read The Marriage Merger by Jennifer Probst, which is the 4th book in the Marriage series. And I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And I just realized Milkshake is sitting there. So, how nice. At least he's not barking, because all he does is bark. Oh, you can go insane from barking. I totally believe it now. Someone told me that, and I believe him. I believe him now, and I'm trying to change this. Okay, bye. Not bye. Then I read Arousing Love by M.H. Strom, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It was just a weird book and not what I expected, especially with the name. So, yeah. Then I read Skin in the Game by Jackie Barbosa, which I gave 3 out of 5 stars. I was more of like expecting something different, so I think that's kind of what happened. So yeah. Then I read Fearless by Devon Hartford, which I gave, how many stars did I give? I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, which is like average for me, I feel like. And I realized there's a lot of shirtless guys in this. Kindle books have shirtless guys on it, okay? Like a lot more than normal books, I feel. That's how I feel. Then I finished up a really great series, which is the Crash series. This is called Crush. This is the 3rd and final book by Nicole Williams, and I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I love Jude, and he's just amazing, and you should totally read that book. But I think it goes Crash, Clash, Crush. Don't quote me on that, though. Look it up, people. There's Google for a reason. And there is Ruin by C.J. Scott, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. And it looks like that. Again, another shirtless dude. Does that shock anyone? Then I read Lost and Found by Nicole Williams, since I was having Nicole Williams withdraw. And this one I really, really enjoyed. I'm reading the sequel currently, and it's just amazing. And cowboys. That's what I have to say about it, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read Faithful, which is the 3rd book in the Wanted series by Kelly Elliott. And if you watched my Wanted review, I'll link it down below. I did it earlier this year. I love this book. Like, I love this author. She's just amazing. And Wanted and Saved are awesome, and you should totally read them. I don't care what I've said in the past with cliffhangers and stuff like that. You just read them all. And this one was just as good, and it's amazing. And I love Kelly Elliott. I don't follow a lot of blogs, but I follow her blog because she's amazing. I love her. And Teaser Tuesdays are what I live for. Next is Waking Up Married by Mira Lynn Kelly, and this was a free ebook, so I wasn't expecting much, but I actually pretty much enjoyed it, and it was 4 out of 5 stars. Swipe then. This is Free Fall by Tess Oliver, right? Yeah, and this is 4 out of 5 stars too. Let's see if I can keep going. Then there's Jaded by Mercy Amare, and I love Mercy Amare, and she totally commented on my review of You Got Me, which she wrote, and I did a fangirl moment. And I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoy her writing, and I wasn't sure I was going to like this series. I actually ended up really liking it. And then I read Faded, and then I read Hated, which are the second and third books in the series, and they're all 5 out of 5 stars too. I loved them to death. Hey, look, an actual physical book. Oh my gosh, they still exist. Yeah, I know. I kind of got caught up on my new Kindle. It happens, people, okay? It's like, it happens. Okay, so this is Burn by Maya Banks, and this is the third book in the Breathless trilogy. The first two are good. It's Rush and Fever, or the first two. And I don't know why I was looking here because it doesn't say anything about that. But it's about these three guys own business. It's adult. It covers pretty. I liked it. It was 5 out of 5 actually. So that series gradually got better. It went 3 to 4 to 5. Don't ask me how I remember these things, but sometimes I can't even remember like what the square root of 2 is. Is there? We're not going into math. I don't know why, but I have this fascination with like her best friend's brother, her brother's best friend, or those weird things like BFB, my best friend's brother is the one for me. If you watch Victorious, you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, this is Her Best Friend's Brother by T.J. Dell, and I actually really enjoyed this. It got 4 out of 5 stars, and you can see my lamp. Isn't that fun? Because reflectivenesses suck. So let's talk about another one, The Boy Who Sneaks in My Bedroom Window. Not as creepy as it sounds. It's like a known person, and that's 4 out of 5 stars too. And I read Anywhere with You by Kaylee Ryan, which got 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read From Ashes. I should say reread for like the 40th time. I finally got it in physical form, and I just like delved in, and I'm like, gimme. And this is by Molly McAdams. I have a review of this too because I read it forever ago, and I read it again. And I probably reread this about 40 times. That's a lot. Have you even read the one that I don't like a lot, Taking Chances? A lot. I don't know. There's something about it that grips you, and you miss the story, and you miss the characters, and you're just like, feels. I'm gonna warn you right now that there is a lot of feels in both of her books. I don't know if she has another one. She has more than that, but From Ashes and Taking Chances, just cry before, just get the box, the tissue. I saw someone on Instagram that did that. I'll post the picture like right now if I can, but it seriously is like a box of tissue that say for when you get the feels, and I'm like, I need that. I could probably make that though. Then I read Between the Lines by Tamara Webber, which looks like that, and I also read the sequel, Where You Are by Tamara Webber. Why am I saying that weird? And they both got 4 to 5 stars. This is another finally bought it in physical form, wasn't in ebook form, yada yada yada. My Favorite Mistake by Chelsea M. Cameron, and I love this book so much, and it's just my heaven, and it's 5 out of 5 stars. I've reread this book like 4 times, and Jess and I are obsessed with it, and it's amazing, and I'm not the biggest fan of the new cover change, but I mean, it happens. This is what happens when I can't talk straight. I'm just being like, this is Damaged by H.M. Ward, and I gave it, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's all too professional. I need to talk. Let your freak flag fly. And I also read Damaged 2, which is the second book, very original title, by H.M. Ward, and I also gave that 4 to 5 stars. The next book I read is Stripped by H.M. Ward, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I'm going to do this quick because I'm running out of space on my camera, and of course this isn't working now. I read Out of Line by Jen McLaughlin, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I read One by Marie Arden, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Or not 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5 stars, sorry. Simple Perfection, which is the second book in the Perfection series, which is, I don't know. Abby Glines, Seabreeze, what's it called? Rosemary Beach number 5, Perfection number 2, whatever you want to call it, it's good. Then The Forgotten Night by Becky Andrews, which is 4 out of 5 stars too. My Brother's Best Friend by Becky Andrews, which is also 4 out of 5 stars. In Your Arms by Becky Andrews, which is also 4 out of 5 stars. I read a lot of Becky Andrews, none of them are related. I read Breathless by Eve Carter, which is the first book in the Jessie series. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Safe With Me by Kristen Proby, which is the, the 5th book in the With Me series in Seattle. And I really enjoyed this series a lot, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read the Just a Little series, which is books 1 through 4, and that is overall 4 stars. That is the end of this part. I also read The Elite by Kiera Cass, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. That is it for my wrap-up for these 4 months. It's a lot, and I have a lot of videos to edit now. Or just this video itself is going to take forever to edit. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.